Tour Moon out in front, leads by about 4 lengths. Followed over it by Robin Elite, a further break. Cobalt St. George up on the outside to share third spot with one for the ditch. A length away to share the knowledge. Behind them, Corbally Cross up on the outside. Blue and red of Kilbrain Rocco. The inside of them is Opera Point, followed around the turn by Arnos Naguiha, with added bonus next as they run uphill for the final time. Behind added bonus as they go to this one is Nakasama, and the final pair as they jump it, Will It Be You and Walk in the Dark. Heading to the turn that brings them up the far side with 5 fences to jump. Tour Moon still out in front, leads by more than 3 lengths. Leading the chase is Robin Elite, one for the ditch is in third. Up on the outside, Corbally Cross with Cobalt St. George, the inner share the knowledge close behind them, and then Arnos Naguiha, and then Kilbrain Rocco, followed to the next by Opera Point. As they go to this next fence, which is 4 from home, Tour Moon's lead is back to about a length over Robin Elite jumping in second. Behind them, one for the ditch, the inside, Cobalt St. George travelling between horses, and the outside of that pair is Corbally Cross, a break of a few lengths then to share the knowledge. 3 from home, Tour Moon joined and headed on the outside by Robin Elite. They're followed to the top turn by one for the ditch, Cobalt St. George, and on the outside is Corbally Cross, a break of 6 then to share the knowledge. Arnos Naguiha trying to get a bit closer around the outside. Running downhill, the outside Robin Elite. Tour Moon back on terms, just about a length away to Corbally Cross on the outside. Cobalt St. George, the predominantly black colours. One for the ditch just behind them on the inside, then share the knowledge Arnos Naguiha, and behind them Kilbrain Rocco and Nakasama as they make the swing for home with 2 to jump. Tour Moon on the inside, Danny Mullins leads, driven along Robin Elite. Corbally Cross to the outside, tracked by Share the Knowledge. Cobalt St. George trying to challenge between horses, and one for the ditch is close up to the inner. But heading for the second last, Tour Moon leads. Cobalt St. George into second, one for the ditch. On the outside, the red, blue and white of Corbally Cross. So they jump to second last. Tour Moon narrowly, Cobalt St. George challenging now on the outside and edges ahead. One for the ditch, switched in third as they come to jump to last. Cobalt St. George got in close. Tour Moon second, out in the centre of the course, one for the ditch. But Cobalt St. George and Philip Enright will win it. For Robert Tyner, Tour Moon second, one for the ditch third, and close for the fourth between Kilbrain Rocco and Share the Knowledge.
Well back favourite, Cobalt St. George gets off the mark on his seasonal debut. A second start over fences despite getting in close to the last on his first run. Since being pulled up and starting favourite, down Royal on St. Patrick's Day back in the 17th of March. He was found to be coughing post-race, but his horse turned out a good winner. I think there's more to come from him as well, and that was only
field. Zaraella's towards the back of the pack, so too is Grey Phoenix, and Biplane's just about last, and Paul Mulrennan would have her 8 off the pace, which is being set by Gaiath Park and Ross Orion as they race towards the end of the back stretch. Gaiath Park in front by just a length. Midsummer Music racing second. Mamma Maria to the inside, close up third. Then Live Each Day, the blue stripe, pale blue sleeves out wide. Liberty Bird is next. Galaxy in the blue and yellow is following them centre pack. And then Geo. Zaraella back in the field in green and white is followed by Salve Electra, who's well back. Biplane still well back, and so too is Grey Phoenix as they head off the turn inside the 3. Gaiath Park trying to kick off the turn by a length to Midsummer Music racing in second place. Behind those, Mamma Maria trying to pick up. Liberty Bird behind the pace still travels okay. Towards the near side, Live Each Day is trying to pick up as well. Then Galaxy to the far side. Back towards the final furlong and a half. Mamma Maria just about in front here. Midsummer Music trying to mow down towards the near side. Zaraella's coming out of the pack in the green and white. Mamma Maria in front as they come back towards the final half furlong. Near side, Zaraella still picking up. Midsummer Music and Liberty Birds also involved. Zaraella hits the front. Zaraella got there tight behind. Liberty Bird went past with Mamma Maria and Gio, who also finished well.